What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to this official reaction to the press conference of the Barcelona versus Atletico game tomorrow. This was the press conference earlier this morning. I haven't had a chance to watch this. Just finished actually watching the Real Madrid versus Villarreal game. And before we do get started, I just want to quickly just share my thoughts on like the game. And honestly, guys, if I'm gonna be real, I was a little bit let down today between Villarreal and Real Madrid. I think Villarreal actually played very, very well, but at the end of the day, Real Madrid did their thing today, and basically with that win now, they now go basically clear of us. They are now 3 points clear. The good news is we have two games in hand. And basically what that means now is that basically we have to win tomorrow to basically close the gap with our game in hand basically coming. But as far as Barca is concerned, we just have to do our thing. I just wanted to do a quick match, the quick reaction to the game between, the quick reaction to the press conference by Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick had a lot to say today. But yeah, man, big up to everyone who's watching. Big up to all my guys here. Big up to Barca React every single time. Big up to you. Yeah, man, bro, they had so many opportunities. I was very disappointed with them because they played very, very well. They played surprisingly well. Unfortunately, they could not just finish their dinner, man. That's all that kid came down to. And it was very, very annoying in the end. But listen, it is what it is. It just means that tomorrow we can't afford to lose, right? We do have two games in hand. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Hansi Flick has to say. But big up to you, every single one of you guys. Big up to AK. Big up to Stop Making Sense. Big up to LOU guys. But yeah, man, let's quickly go and see what our manager had to say, man. This is doing this from Mundo Deportivo. Basically, they're the ones that are doing the game earlier today. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mundo Deportivo to see basically what they had to say. But yeah, I haven't reacted to this. This is gonna be the first time I'm actually listening to this, just like you guys. So yeah, let's see what our manager had to say about the game. Make sure you guys smash the likes, guys.
Bon dia a tothom, benvinguts a la roda de premsa del tècnic del Futbol Club Barcelona, Hansi Flick. Comencem amb el torn de Barça 1. Marta, sisplau.
Bona tarda, Hansi. Mauricio, Barça 1. Demà partit contra
Tomorrow you have a match against Atletico. It's a direct opponent. How does the team faces this game?
I see the team very focused, very focused also for the team tomorrow, and I think we're all looking forward to this match because it's a tough match, and so this match is always
I'm in my 70s, and I thought it was too late to build muscle. But then I discovered a simple biohack that triggers your...
Annoying. Sorry about that, guys.
Then that you can improve. You can improve in these matches, and you get better and better, and this is what we want to do. So tomorrow, tough match, but we know we are well prepared, and I see the team very focused.
I mean, listen, man, honestly, I hope that we will be focused because I'll tell you this, after today's game between Real Madrid and Villarreal, Atletico are gonna want to win. Let's be real. I mean, especially after what happened this past weekend against Getafe, they're basically they're falling away. Like they're now 4 points behind Real Madrid, basically with a game in hand. But they just have to play well. That's really down to it, man. They're gonna give it their all. I mean, I know they're gonna be exhausted. Guys like Alvarez are gonna be exhausted. I'm sure guys like Llorente, even the defense is going to be extremely exhausted. I think a lot of their players are not going to be at the best shape in the game tomorrow. But as far as we're concerned, man, we did play in the weekend. But like I mentioned in my match preview, we had an easier tie. We won our tie easily. And in the end of the day, we just have to go out there and we just have to take advantage of their mental fortitude and basically mental exhaustion from the previous game. But yeah, let's see what Hansi Flick had to say.
Ramon.
Què tal, míster? Aquí, Ramon Salmorrer de Catalunya Ràdio. No sé fins a quin punt...
I don't know. Atletico de Madrid has some worrying about the game with Real Madrid, extra time, penalty kicks. Simeone said that they're going to be very tired. Is this important? How does it affect the game?
It's for me. They have a fantastic team. So it's not only 11 players or 14 players that they have. They have a really good team. And this is, for me, I think it's not a problem. They are fit. They are 100% fit. They are experienced players in the team, and I don't think that it makes something different.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's obviously Simeone is going to say that, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we understand how the tie works. At the end of the day, they played a game after we played a game before, the day before, and they went to 120 minutes. So they're kind of coming into this game, even though they are the home team, with an underdog. They're coming as underdogs a little bit, but the way I see it is, at the end of the day, you are the home team. You know, you are the team with the advantage. You need to go out there and you have to play well. It's that simple. At the end of the day, there's none of this excuse about, our players are exhausted and all this. It is what it is. We played midweek as well. And listen, some of their players will be back. I mean, guys like Griezmann, they got taken off early. Even here, the young Simeone, Giovanni, I don't know what the name of the Simeone's son, the one that plays for Atletico's first name is, but, he played well in the previous game. Obviously, they're not going to have Angel Correa in the game, which, honestly, we're looking at it now, it didn't make sense why he wasn't brought on earlier, like considering he's not going to be in the game tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, listen, we'll see what happens. As far as Madrid is concerned, as far as Atletico is concerned, as far as we're concerned, yeah, I mean, listen, he's not going to say it's going to be an easy game. I mean, that would be stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, Hansi Flick lost to, he lost earlier this season to Simeone at home. So obviously we're going to go into this game with a little bit of caution. That's really it. But yeah. Go.
Bon dia, míster. Leia Coll de RAC1. Faig un parèntesi del partit de demà i li pregunto pel Borussia.
I want to ask about Borussia Dortmund, your opponent in the Champions League. You won this season against them. Do you think Barca is favorite against them? And what's your relationship with Niko Kovacs?
I have a really good relationship with him. He's a great guy.
Okay, before I actually let him answer the question, I'm just going to say this. Look, here's the thing. Now we know Niko. Now the reason they're asking him about Niko Kovac is because obviously, if you guys remember, Niko Kovac was actually his coach back when they were at Bayern Munich. If you guys remember, Niko Kovac, when he was Bayern manager, Hansi Flick was one of his he was one of his assistants. So, and you remember, he actually, when he got sacked, Hansi Flick took over, and then he won the treble with them and took over the job. So yeah, at the end of the day, I see what he means. And the fact that they're asking Dortmund game now is very surprising. Obviously, yeah, we know we're going to be playing Dortmund, but that game doesn't come around till like a few weeks. So I feel like it was too early to ask him that question. Big up to Shahid, man. Big up to you, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? Appreciate you, man.
But I don't want to speak about this because it's too far away, and before we have so many matches. But I know the Dortmund is special. They have a good team. They showed it also in Dortmund, and of course we are also for this match in this stage in the quarterfinal. They are great teams. And we're looking forward. We are happy that we reached this quarterfinal, but now we have to focus on Atletico.
Exactly, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. At the end of the day, asking him this question is too early. I mean, we got a big game tomorrow against Atletico de Madrid. Like, it doesn't really make sense. But at the end of the day, obviously, we're not going to disregard Dortmund. I know Dortmund earlier today lost against Leipzig, but as far as they're concerned, they just have to go out there and just play our game. It's that simple. Like, don't worry. We can't worry about what Dortmund are doing and all of these stuff. We got a game tomorrow. At the end of the day, obviously, he's not going to disregard it, but he has to focus on the game tomorrow. And I like the way he's approaching things and just like, listen, at the end of the day, one game at a time. I'm not worried about something that's not coming into the next, 2 weeks. Come on. Like, do better, man.
Santi.
Hola, Hansi. Santiago de la cadena SER. Julián Álvarez, el penalti.
The penalty that we suffered from Julián Álvarez after 48 hours. What do you think that he's touching or not touching the ball? What do you think?
Obvious.
What do you want from me? Okay,
Bro,
I think that.
Come on. Like, I don't know what these guys are expecting him to say. Like, what are you trying to gain by asking him that question? Or did you touch it or did you not touch it? Oh yeah, from what I saw, he touched it. Oh yeah, Hansi Flick thinks he touched it, bro. At the end of the day, I get it. Journalists are going to be journalists. They're going to ask the tough question, but bro, at the end of the day, I don't know what you guys expect him to say. First of all, I get it. He's Barcelona coach. Something controversy happens with Real Madrid, so they're gonna ask the Barca coach what he thinks about the controversy. Look, at the end of the day, man, the way I see it is, we know what we know. We know what we did. We know what happened. At the end of the day, I said my piece on it. I'm moving on, man. So asking him about this makes no sense. I mean, I get it. We are playing Atleti, so I guess it does tie to Atletico de Madrid. But still, I don't see the point of asking him this question.
The VAR was like that. It was an unlucky situation. I'm really feel with him because he's a fantastic player. He's one of the best striker, and it happens. And I have nothing to comment about that because this is was not my decision. But I saw it. And I feel really with him.
I mean, listen. I think if when you listen to that kind of response, I think basically from what I'm getting from what he's saying is that, he understands that it was a controversial decision and it was that Alvarez did get hard done by at the end of the day, right? He did. And at the end of the day, it was disgusting the way, everything kind of ended, in that game that day. It was very, very poor from the officiating, the decision making. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Listen, I've kind of gone into peace with that because, it is a controversial moment. It was a surprising moment. It shouldn't have counted. It was ridiculous. One of the most ridiculous decision making I've ever seen. But listen, it is what it is. We just have to move on at the end of the day. But, this is a very, very, obviously it's a tough situation for someone like Alvarez. Of course it is. Like, come on. Like, at the end of the day, you go out there, you do your thing, you play so well. And then out of nowhere, right, you get a penalty. And because of an accidental touch, yeah, it's completely ruled out. And then you go on to lose that game. Big up to Mark, man. How you doing, man? But yeah, at the end of the day, what are you going to do, man? It's unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, that's all he can really say about it.
Francesc La Torre.
Hola, Hansi. Francesc La Torre, TV3 i Esport 3. Serà la tercera vegada...
This will be the third game against Atletico de Madrid this season. You've played two good games in League and in the Cup, but you have not beaten them. What do you have to do better to beat them?
All right, this is a good one.
Yes, I think we made really two great matches. And of course, we have to be focused from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. I think in the first match we were at the end of the match not so focused like we can be, and also in the second match was in the beginning and also at the end. So we have to take care about that because I think it's Atletico is a team. When you make mistakes, they can hurt you, and this is what we have to defend.
Okay, so here's the thing. That is such a good point. I mean, come on, that. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, man, we've been poor the past few times we played against Madrid. Like, come on, he even the fact that he's even acknowledging this tells you exactly everything. Like, at the end of the day, man, the lack of concentration from the team in the past 2 games we played against them is worrying. Right? In the last game, obviously, in the Copa del Rey, we started very slowly and we were 2-0 down after like the first 10 minutes of the game. Right? And then in the last league game, we took the lead and then we completely fell off in the second half. And both times, we bottled it. So at the end of the day, we need to be focused. Big up to you, Mark. Exactly, man. A loss of focus was our downfall. It was our downfall the last 2 games we played them. Last 2 times we played them, it has been the downfall. Like, we need to be better. We have to be better for ourselves, man. It is not good enough that every single time there's pressure on the team, there's pressure on the squad, there's always things like this happening. It's not good enough, man. We need to go out there and we need to play well from start to finish, especially tomorrow at home. We saw how they played in the Champions League. We saw how good they were in the Champions League. They were completely focused, locked in for 120 minutes. And you can bet on everything that you have that whether they're tired or not, Simeone is going to make sure that they're locked in that game. Because especially today, after what we saw today with Madrid, you can bet your bottom dollar they will be focused tomorrow to make sure that they do not go out of reach in the title race. So we need to make sure that we're locked in. And if we are the ones that get the opening goal, that we need to concentrate. Concentrate. In key word, concentrate. No lose focus. Because that's what we did the last 2 games. So, absolutely. Oh, here we go again. He's ad. All right, here we go.
Hola, Mr. Germán García.
This is Germán García from Radio Nacional. Good afternoon. After this match, we'll have a break. Many players are going to the national teams. 7 yesterday were called for the Spanish selection and many others. What do you feel about this stopping? Are you fear about it? Because now the FC Barcelona is so in good shape. What do you think?
About this is always for the clubs. It's not so easy to handle about the break, but it's like it is, because I think national teams are also important, and but we it's like it is, and we have time also for the other players maybe to rest a little bit, to get back the energy, and of course I think. It's not so bad that Spain will play, or also Netherlands and France. They will play on Saturday, on Sunday the last match, and so we have 1 week more to prepare for the next match.
Oh, good Lord Almighty! Oh my God, bro! Bro, I'm just seeing the PTSD, bro. Gavi last season. Pedri, flipping Casado, Inigo Martinez. Oh my God. I mean, Alejandro Bada wasn't called up, thank God. At least one of our players wasn't called up. But, bro, basically, most of the core of our team is going to go to the international break. Here's the thing, guys. I love the international break. As a fan, I like watching my country go to the play international tournament. I love it. Like, a lot of people don't like it. I'm not one of them. I actually love the international break. But if I'm going to be completely blunt, guys, I hate the international break coming in around the middle of the season. I hate it because, bro, we've had so many injury crises, and I promise you guys, if we have one injury during the international break, I'm going to crash out. I'm not even kidding, guys. I'm going to crash out, bro. Because, bro, please, God, I ask you, Allah, please let these players come back in one piece. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much, please. Oh, my days. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that the rest will do Balde good. I'm glad they didn't call him up. I'm good. I am good. Are you seeing Iron Robin cutting in and scoring? Iron Robin, this guy, absolute fraud. It's the worst for Barca. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Dude, every time Spain takes our players, they will never come back the same. Oh, God, Lord Almighty, man. I beg these guys, don't do us any mistakes. I beg. How would you see Gyökeres or Isaac playing as a striker for Barcelona? Isaac, bro. Isaac says, we are one Pedri injury away from disaster. Bro, see why my point? And you know what's crazy, AK? The last time he went to international break was the Euros, I think, and he got injured. Bro, I beg you guys, do not, bro. Oh my God, man, I'm just. Oh, good Lord. Here we go. Let's continue.
Víctor.
Buenas tardes, Hansi. Good afternoon, Hansi. This is Victor Navarro from COPE. I'd like to ask you about Gavi. He's not in a starting player, not so many minutes. He was very happy after the Champions match. He wants to be here for many years. He didn't go to the national team. How do you see him? Did you have a conversation with him?
Whoa. Gavi wasn't called up. Wait, Gavi wasn't called up. Yes, let's go. Maybe he might have been called up and he refused to go. Come on, man. Hey, listen, it doesn't, listen. No, NJ, I don't care, man. At the end of the day, just because we're producing players doesn't mean these guys just have to be overworked to death. I don't mind these players going out to play for their country.
Him about how to distribute the time together with Dani Olmo?
Of course, I speak normally with every player, so it's Gavi. What I have to say to him. Okay, he came from a huge injury, and he's 20 years old, and now at the moment he is, I think, not the first, but the second after the injury, the second more difficult situation. But he's doing great. He's one of the best players at the moment. Our midfield is doing really good. So I'm happy that he's here, and I think he will play many years for this amazing club and be one of the superstars here. I think he can improve a lot. He will do this, and his attitude is unbelievably good, and he's also now he's really focused, and also he's really happy that he's here. And I think for the World Cup 2026 he will be able to play, and he will be there.
I mean, listen, I hear what my manager is saying. When it comes to Gavi, here's what I think. I just think that right now our midfield is just too good. At the end of the day, this is what happens, bro, when all your midfielders are playing well. What do you expect? Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, if all our midfield, I mean, think about it. Olmo is currently fit. He's doing well. Pedri is doing well. De Jong is doing well. Like, bro, if the midfield is good, what do you expect him to do? You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, we have to be very objective. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Gavi, like just like Hansi Flick mentioned, man, Gavi is a young man. Like, he's 20, man. Like, at the end of the day, the problem is people are so obsessed with like overplaying youngsters. Like, this is what, like, it's like we haven't learned from what we did to Pedri and Ansu and all these guys, making them play 50, 60, 70 games before they even turn 20. Like, come on, man. These guys is a youngster. And at the end of the day, he wants to be here. He wants to fight for his place. And that's what it means, man. So at the end of the day, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not about, oh yeah, Gavi's future and all this stuff. I'm not worried about Gavi. I'm sure Gavi is one of those guys who I don't see leaving the club. You understand what I'm saying, right? I feel like he is a part of Hansi Flick's plans. And at the end of the day, Hansi Flick has a lot of midfielders. He's got to deal with Olmo, Pedri, Frankie, Fermin, Casado, and Gavi. Like, those are the only players I'm mentioning. Am I missing someone? I'm sure I'm missing someone somewhere. But this is my point. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. No, he wasn't. De La Fuente is being cautious with Gavi. He's too important to his squad. Yeah, I mean that's good. I'm glad he's doing that for once. Press conferences are so dull. Yeah, man. But listen, at the end of the day, it's much better when I do the reaction. At least you don't have to listen to it all the time, man. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I just want to, you know what it is? I don't usually do this, but I wanted to do this time because honestly, I want to hear from his point so that tomorrow I can have an idea of what I'm going to be expecting. So if I don't see what I'm expecting, then guess what? I'll call it out.
Not at the moment, but 100% there.
Alejandro.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal?
Hello, Hansi. How are you? Good afternoon. This is Alejandro Segura for Radio Marca. I'd like to ask you about Íñigo Martínez. We said a lot that it was not called for this national team, but now he's called by the national team. Taking into account this huge season, is this fair that he was called by the national team? Is it fair or not?
Why do you think it's not fair? You want to know my opinion? No, he's doing a great job. He's playing well for us, and it's not my decision to say, okay, you have to play for the national team or you are selected for this. It makes the national coach, and he's doing good. And I think he also see that he's doing great, and I think Ini, with his attitude, with his mentality, his for every team, he's unbelievable good.
I mean, okay. Let's just. Oh my God! I swear to God, somebody's journalist, man. It's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Oh man, yeah. I'll probably do a Nations League watch along. Yeah, probably. I'll probably do the Spain France one if I'm available. Yeah, I'll definitely do this. But yeah, this I like asking about if Inigo. Come on, man. Inigo has been one of our, if not our best, one of our best. He's been our best defender. I'm sorry, saying it right now. He's been our best defender. Honestly, guys, be real. Like, be real. Guys in the chat, back me up. Am I wrong? Has Inigo Martinez this entire season, I'm talking from start to the end of the season, think about all the issues we've had. There was a point, it was just him and Kubashi as the center-back partnership. Kubashi has had his bozo moments, right? He's had his moments, but I feel like Inigo Martinez has been one of those guys who's just been consistently good. Because remember, I want you all to remember this, guys. This has been a huge resurgence from Inigo. Inigo had no future at the club at the start of the season. We were trying to get rid of him. We were trying to get rid of Inigo. But when we had all the injuries, with Christensen being out, with Araujo being out till December, right? Basically, we had no choice. We had to play Inigo and Kubashi. And Inigo was playing so well and has been playing so well that now he's been rewarded with a new contract. And does he deserve to be in the Spanish national team? You're damn right. Like, come on. How many Spanish defenders are as good as he is right now? Like, I mean, Raul Asensio has been doing well, but Raul Asensio has really started playing well this year. Right? Let's be real. At the end of the day, if you're talking about Spanish center-backs, like who is there? Laporte is in Saudi, right? Who else? I mean, let's be real. Like, who else am I missing? Like, come on, man. Like, he's been the best Spanish defender in Europe this season, in my eyes, for sure. And he's definitely proven himself in this team. Yeah, Lenormand is another one. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, for sure, John Williams, he has been on fire, man. His resurgence, he's been the guy that's impressed me the most because he looked like he had no future. I mean, Rafinha is like the one who's impressed me the most, and Inigo has been the second most. For me, the way Inigo Martinez, like, I had no hope for this guy. But this guy has proven himself in this team, and he's consistent. Like, how many times can we call out Inigo Martinez's mistakes this season? It's very rare. He has been top notch, and he deserves to be in that national. In fact, he deserves to start. Let's be real. Yeah, for sure. He has been top 3 on form. Let's be real. No, I'm not allowing this Kubashi, bro. Kubashi is a top defender. I'm not slating what's his name, Kubashi. But let's call it out for what it is. He's a young man who's prone to mistakes, and he makes mistakes. Just because we rate him very highly doesn't mean we don't have to call it out if he's making mistakes. If anything, it's because we rate him so high that we're just saying at the end of the day, it's too early to put all this pressure on him. It's not to say that he's been, I didn't say Kubashi has been a bum or he's been terrible or he's been one of our worst defenders. No. But he's had his moments where he hasn't been playing well. So at the end of the day, that's exactly it. Yeah, exactly. He's been consistent. Sometimes that's all you need. That's all you need. You just need to be consistent. That's all. Xavi is a visionary. Saw something in Inigo that we couldn't see. Yeah, Inigo Martinez, I remember when we signed him, it didn't look like he was doing well. Asensio is doing well, haram stuff, bro. Yeah, listen, man, we don't talk about those. Lenormand, yeah, but I mean, Lenormand looks like he's lost his place to Clement Longley in the Atletico squad. So yeah, I feel like they're moving on with Laporte. They're trying to put Lenormand and Laporte in that Laporte role. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, he's still their best defender in my eyes. John Williams, big up to John Williams, says Inigo Martinez is not just a great defender, but a captain without the armband. Facts! In that defense, he is a rock. He is a rock. Absolute rock in the back. Right? And at the end of the day, I've always said this. He's a very similar player to that of Araujo. This is why I've always said I would play Araujo and Kubashi, or I would play Inigo. That's why the Inigo and Kubashi partnership worked out for the start of the season so well. You understand what I'm saying? This is why it worked out so well, because guess what? You had the one that was the brawn and the other that was the brain. At the end of the day, Inigo Martinez is not terrible on his feet, but he's not as good as Kubashi is on his feet. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Kubashi does the work on his feet, and then even he's good defensively as well. But when it comes down to it, Inigo Martinez is just a better center back. I mean, let's be real. It also helps that Inigo is more experienced, and that's why I feel like he is a better center back, because he's the most experienced one. Yeah, listen, I get it, man. I get it. He rarely makes any mistakes unless people want to include he's slow. Yeah, he's slow, but guess what? That doesn't affect his game. For sure. Because of the head injury, Omar Lenormand has lost his place. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, I still rate Lenormand, but we'll see. Let's see what my manager is saying.
How much is paradise with the Prophet ﷺ worth to you? One of the things that makes the situation and the
Buenos días, Hansi. Good morning. This is Harman Buena from Sport. Let me ask about Frankie de Jong. You change Inigo, and one of the next ones would be the new renovation for him, right? He's open. Do you would like to have it back again and again? Him, Frankie, again next season?
But it's up to the club and of course of him. And it's you can see how he improved after the also huge injury. It was a very long time he was injured, and he came back, and now at the moment I think he's doing really great. He give us also with the ball a lot of options, and the ball possession with him it's really increased a lot. So I'm happy that I have him.
Nice.
I mean, listen, man. I actually made a video recently on my channel, which I'm gonna be bringing out very soon, where I did talk about him, Frankie de Jong. Look, at the end of the day, de Jong has been a polarizing figure at Barcelona. Like, there's no doubt about it. But I'm gonna be very, very, very honest, guys. I think Frankie de Jong has finally proved me wrong. I think that Frankie de Jong now, under Hansi Flick, has found his footing. He's finally found his best position. Or Hansi Flick has basically found the best position for him. No doubt about it for me. Like, he's playing at a top level right now. And I'm happy for him. Like I've said, for me, I'm a huge fan of de Jong. I love de Jong. De Jong is one of my favorite players. I remember when we signed him, I loved him at Ajax. I was happy when we signed him. I've always been a huge defender of Frankie de Jong, but I was tired of all of the drama that came with de Jong. You know what I mean, right? But I feel like now that he's back to 100%, he's playing his football again, he's doing his thing, he's enjoying his game. You can see, man, he's found his place in this team, and I'm happy for him. I am so happy for him, and I hope that at the end of the day, this continues, man. Because at the end of the day, if he continues playing like this, we're all gonna be winners. I do believe he has a future at the club. And I just hope, at the end of the day, he can just continue doing his thing. Yeah, for sure. Says, I like this version of de Jong. I hope he continues to play like this. Yeah. I mean, look at it, man. He's basically replaced Kubashi in the team. Kubashi looked like he was nailed on in that defensive midfield role, but doesn't look like it anymore now, does it?
Bon dia, Hansi.
Having into account the two games against Atletico, do you think this is the opponent most difficult that you have had on the league?
Yeah, good question.
Tomorrow's game is very important to win the league.
It's also a long way to go. So for that, and it's just one match. Okay, it's one match, and of course, if you win this match, it will be very good. So also give you more confidence, more belief in that what you're doing. But yes, of course, it's one of the best team. It's Real Madrid, Atletico Bilbao, and Atletico Madrid. They are fantastic teams, and also. I always say about La Liga clubs, they know how to play football. It's not easy to win against all these teams because they have something special but it's good. It's good. We are now at the moment we are on a really good situation. We have a good level, really fantastic level. I'm very happy about this. And if we are focused and and everyone gives his best version, I think we had a lot of potential. Great potential in the team, and this is what I see at the moment, and this makes me really, really happy.
I mean, listen, if we're going to be honest, he has really struggled to play against Simeone so far. I mean, I feel like I said that about the first game. However, in the second game, I feel like we played much better attacking-wise, and we were much better going forward. But we were just so poor defensively, and we left too many holes. And that's how we ended up drawing the game. Like, bro, we were so comfortable at some point. We were 4-2 up. And then, just like that, these guys bottled it. It wasn't good enough. But, I mean, I see what he means. And listen, at the end of the day, you guys know my feelings when it comes to La Liga. I still think that La Liga is still the best league in the world in my eyes. And it's always going to be the best league in the world. The reason why for me is because at the end of the day, the La Liga is a league where players play football. There's no such thing as, there's not, like, let's be real, there are, like, apart from teams like Getafe, every other team in this league actually comes to play football. There's no fear. There is no fear in teams over here, right? Like I said this before, man. This is the only league where you can watch a relegation match and actually be entertained because you know both teams are going to go out there and they're going to play their lives out rather than just sit back and prove themselves. I'm sorry, sit back and just scumbag the draw. You know what I mean? It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. So at the end of the day, when it comes to La Liga teams, right, they actually come to play football. In places like the Premier League, yeah, over there, you guys see Ipswich, you see Leicester, you see who was the other team that's in the relegation zone again? Southampton, right? They just sit down and just sit back and they just hope to get a draw. Here in La Liga, it's not the same. Everybody comes to play football. It's that simple. So yeah, it's a much difficult league for sure. He didn't prove you wrong, Omar, because the criticism were right towards him in that time. He deserved to be criticized. Now that he's playing well, he deserves to get his flowers. Thank you. I agree with that, absolutely. At the end of the day, when I say he proved me wrong, it's not about the criticism I had of him. He proved me wrong in the fact that I didn't think he had a future at the club anymore. You understand what I'm saying? I just felt like with him, bro, I was just like, yeah. Because you know what it is? When he came back from injury, guys like Casado were ahead of him. You understand what I'm saying? Guys like Casado were ahead of him. So for me, I just felt like certain players, guys like Casado, Fermin Lopez were playing so well. I just didn't know where he would fit under Hansi Flick style. But he's found his place, which is a good thing. It's a mismatch in play. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like, I feel like recently we'll be able to open up their defense, and I hope we can continue on that. Yeah, big up to John says lack of concentration and some wrong substitutions made us not win the game against Atletico. Yes, I actually agree with that. Like he got substituted Rafinha, right, in the game, not substituting Araujo. I will never forgive this manager for that. I love you, Hansi Flick, but I still am fuming that you chose to not bring in Araujo when Simeone decided to bring in Alexander Sotov. It was literally screaming out for you to bring Araujo and put him on him. Put him on Soloth. That was it. That's all you needed to do. But instead, you said, no, I'll keep Anigo Martinez and Kubashi. Look at what happened. Like, come on, man. These are the mistakes that we need to avoid in the game, for sure.
Javier Gascon.
This is Javier Gascon from El Mundo Deportivo. Do you see Lamine Yamal less anxious after the goal against Benfica? Is he better now? Does he feel more comfortable and more reliable?
No, I see him the same way like before the goal. He's always he have the confidence with the ball, and of course it helps a lot when you score a goal, and of course give the last pass to the first goal. So he's doing good, and he's also on a great level. His performance is good. He helps us a lot. So with his quality, so I'm not. I think not. It's a different before and now.
Laia.
I mean, that's the thing with Yamal this season, man. For me, he's the best winger in the world. It's that simple. He's the best winger in the world. Like, come on, name any right wing. I mean, people are gonna bring Salah to the conversation. I think he's been better than Salah. Call me out if you want. Say whatever you want. At the end of the day, I would take Yamal over Salah every single time. For me, left wing, right wing, no winger speaks to Yamal this season. This guy is 17 years old. He can cross the ball. He can break a pass. He can make long through passes. He can shoot. He can shoot from outside the box. He can curl. He can dribble. Bro, is there anything this kid can't do? And this brother is 17. Like, I want you guys to really understand this. This guy is 17 years old, bro. This guy, guys, I've been watching football longer than Yamal has been alive. I want you guys to really think about it. I have been watching football longer than Yamal has been alive, bro. Straight up. The year that Yamal was born, I'm not even joking, guys. I remember, was it the Copa America of 2007? That was like Messi's first Copa America. I still remember that tournament. That was the year Yamal was born, guys. I remember the under-17 World Cup that was being, under-20 World Cup that was being played in Canada. Bro, that's the tournament I even remember more than the Copa America. That tournament, Gambia were in it. I remember vividly watching all the games. Bro, that was the year Yamal was born. I want you guys to really think about it. That's how young this guy is, bro. I still remember things that I was doing back in 2007. Bro, there's nothing else I can say about this guy that hasn't been said. Hey, big up Hansi. Big up to you, bro. I hope you're doing good, man. That's why I don't praise him anymore, because he's too unplayable. What he does, you already know he's gonna cook. Yeah, that's it. That's really it.
I want to ask about Alejandro Valde. He has not been selected for Spain. How do you think is this season with Barca?
Very good. Very good. I think he improved a lot. I think he's on a level. It's really, for me, he's one of the best left fullbacks. So for me, he's a fantastic player, and I think he has more potential, and he wants to to learn every day. He wants to get better every day. So step by step, really get better and better. And this is a good thing to see.
Gràcies, bona tarda.
I mean, okay, all right. So that's probably that's the last thing. But as far as the whole, when it comes to Alejandro Balde being selected, yo, I'm all for it. I don't care, man. Like at the end of the day, I don't want, bro. If he doesn't call, if De La Fuente doesn't call any of my players, I'm happy, bro. Like, don't call my players. Just do your thing. You know, go call the Madrid players and all these guys. I mean, listen, I do want to see who the squad that they did bring up, because this is the squad that they brought. Because I'm legitimately curious, right? This is the team that he collected. He called up Simon, Raya, Romero from Sociedad. I mean, okay. He brought in Pedro Porro, Oscar Mingueza, Ruben Garcia, Pau Kobashi, Inigo Martinez, Raul Asensio, Marco Corella, and Alex Grimaldo. Wait a minute. So he called up. Wait. Where is the Pedro Porro a left back or a right back? He's a left back, right? Wait a minute. So if he's okay, so either he's the left back or Oscar Mingueza is the left back. So you're telling me, because I know Cucurella, I get why he called Cucurella, but you called up Oscar Mingueza and Pedro Porro over Alejandro Balde? Really? Nah, bro, that is actually disrespectful. Crazy. That is insane. I'm not even gonna lie. Right? Raul Asensio, I understand. Pau Kobashi, definitely. Inigo Martinez, for sure. Right? You look at our midfield, he brought in Zubamendi, Casado, Fabian Ruiz, Mikel Moreno, Alex Baena, Pedri. I mean, thank God Dani Olmo is not in the team. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's actually in the team. I thought he was part of the midfielders, but he's actually in the team. So, yeah, Gavi is not in the team. Fine, cool, whatever. But, jeez, oh my God, man. Like, I mean, listen, that midfield, I don't know. Who would you say is the big name missing from that midfield? I don't really know. Yeremy Pinto, Alex Baena getting called up in the team. That's definitely a no-brainer. No-brainer at all. Yeremy Pino, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Dani Olmo, Ayoze Perez, Ferran Torres, Brian Zaragoza, and Alvaro Morata. I mean, great team. I'm not going to lie, man. Raya over João Garcia. Bro, I don't know. What he's thinking. I have no idea what he's thinking. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, is that right? So, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. So, wait, okay, so it's Cucurella and Alex Grimaldo. Okay, so wait a minute. So how did Marc Cucurella got into the team before Alejandro Balde? Like, even that doesn't make any sense. What? That is actually crazy. And also, Asensio wasn't called up. That's actually insane. And neither was Pau Torres as well. Pau Torres wasn't called up, but Pau Torres has been injured. So I hear that. But I mean, Ayoze Perez, you called Ayoze Perez up over Marco Asensio. Okay. All right. Listen, man, it's more to me than to question the guy who won the Euros. I mean, yeah. Ferran Torres is in the team. Of course, he's in the team. Bro. Does he ever not get called up? He's called Cuckoo because of his defensive work. Yeah, man, crazy. But yeah, man, listen. At the end of the day, man, great. I mean, I like. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm very impressed with what the manager said. I'm not really against anything he mentioned today. As far as the squad is concerned and everything else he called out, some of the questions that were asked by the commentators, I really didn't understand. There wasn't really much questions as far as the squad is concerned and players who might be rested and players that might be called in is concerned. I'm surprised he didn't really mention any of that. But I don't know about Simeone. I know Simeone did his press conference, but I don't know if they have the press conference in English. But if they did, I'll probably check it out. But it doesn't look like they did. But listen, tell me what you guys think when it comes to Hansi Flick's opinions in the game. What do you guys think of what he said. But honestly, for me, it's just it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, big up to every single one of you guys watching. This video I'm gonna redirect. Who should I redirect to? Yeah, I'll redirect to Strasbourg, Steve. All right. Listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. What did you guys think of the press conference? Were you guys a little disappointed? I was a little bit disappointed. I thought that maybe he might have been asked about the lineups and everything else. But you know, at the end of the day, the manager was asked the questions, and I was very impressed with the answers that he gave today. But yeah, I mean, listen, guys, tomorrow, like I mentioned, is a very, very big game. We're playing against Atleti. Huge implications to the title race. We need to go out there and win. We just need to go out there and not lose. That's it, really, right? But it would be the dream to go out there and win, because if we win, right, we close the gap and we will still have a game in hand. So we'll still be ready as far as the game is concerned. But you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see definitely what happens. Big up to John Williams says all Barca Spanish players deserve to be in the national team because they have been improving tactically under Flick, and the Spanish national team is aware of that. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Another international trophy for the Barca players. Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, I'm happy. I'm happy to see. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, aren't they the current defending champions of the Conference League? I know they won the Euros, but who won the Conference League before? Wasn't it Spain? I thought it was Spain who were the defending champions. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I think it might have been Spain or it might be France, because I know France beat Spain not too long ago in one of the Conference League finals. But I thought they were the ones who won it recently. But yeah, I mean, listen, man, it is what it is. Let's see what happens in as far as the international break is concerned. But listen, that's next week. I'm more worried about tomorrow's game. As far as scoreline is concerned, I'm actually curious. What do you guys think in the comment section below? What scoreline would you guys think is gonna go? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1-0. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Barcelona. I think it's gonna be a scoreline. I think it's gonna be a low scoreline. Hey, big up to John. Big up to you, John Williams, man. Big up to you every single time. Shout out to you. I love your passion for football. Big up to you. Appreciate you every single time. Thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the love. I'm sure you're new to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. This is the home of Barcelona football content, guys. I do upload videos and live streams, and we'll be doing a watch along for tomorrow's game. So make sure you guys are here to watch the watch along of the Barcelona versus Atletico game. Pray to God that we win, man. Because if we win and we close the gap, we'll go back top of the table with a game in hand. Simple. So let's just go out there and do our thing. It's really it. But big up to NJ says it's gonna be a tough 3-2. It's gonna be a long one. I mean, listen, man, it'll be good, man. Hopefully, we can just go out there and get the win. That's really it. That's all I'm hoping for. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. This video will be redirecting you guys to Strasbourg Steve. He's actually doing the a League watch along of Stade Rennais. I think it's Stade Rennais playing against another team. Make sure you guys go out there, put Omar BYT rate in the comment section below, guys. Make sure you guys put Omar BYT rate in the comment section. Like I said, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are here tomorrow for the Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid watch along, guys. I will be here to do the watch along. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I always say whenever I end these streams, Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalunya, and peace, you guys. Take care. Love you guys.